It is Halloween week, so I wanted to start you guys off with something that I thought might spook you. Okay.
Oh.
And this is a segment I'm naming, Would You Move Out?
Oh, no.
Okay. Would you move out?
Is this spooky?
This is spooky. Okay. Now, we all have, if you're in a house, a lot of people have these Ring doorbell cameras. We talked about them a little bit last week too, like how they're just basically handing that information over to police as kind of we all thought they would.
Yep.
But I want to know this. Have you ever gotten a note, like a handwritten note in your mailbox about something?
We got one I had one during the show the other day. It was from someone who was religious and maybe not well.
Okay.
But
were they trying to save you from your lesbianism? I mean, you could get back on the righteous path anytime you want. Like, I'm not really sure what you're waiting for.
Pray the gay away. No, he wasn't trying to get the gay out. I saw it on the Facebook group of my street that he sent it to everyone. So I don't think everyone's
So your street's got a Facebook group. I love this.
Hell yeah, we do.
Okay, because this is something that would make your street's Facebook group.
Okay.
Now, Steph, I don't know if you're in a house or in a condo.
I'm in a townhouse.
You're in a townhouse. Okay. So
very nice place.
Any handwritten notes ever? Usually the ones I used to get when I was in a house were like, if you want to sell your house, call this number, right?
Yeah,
like stuff
I've
like
gotten
that.
one of those. That's about it.
And mine was written in like purple ink. I'm like, I don't think I'm selling my house to anybody who uses purple ink.
Not in this economy.
The economy was flying at that point. Okay. So here's what we see on Reddit. Okay.
God.
So, and again, they have Ring doorbell footage of this man. They have a picture and he says, hello, my name is, and they blank it out. In the early 80s, I lived here.
Mm-hmm.
Something strange happened in the back bedroom.
No.
I was wondering if it still happens. I think it was a ghost. If it still happens, if it still comes, this is the crazy part. If it still comes. I don't like that. That gives me goosebumps. Call me at this number. And obviously they didn't post the number. And then, he's an old man, bald with a mustache, but they blank his eyes out. But he basically looks like anybody's dad or uncle or something like that in their late 60s.
Okay.
And he's not trying to hide himself. Like, if it happens though, if it still comes.
That's like, is this a new retiree who's just looking for something to do? Like just to go.
I don't know, but I do. Would you move out? Oh, Jack. Okay, you can't hear it, but Jax's dishwasher just went off downstairs, and it sounded like something was killing the dog.
It sounded like something. It was like
yes, that was terrible.
That was the
dishwasher. It is old plumbing in this neck of the woods.
Gosh. I thought the door was open or
Jax
something.
does live in like a 100-plus-year-old house.
Everything is really extra spooky right now.
That's so
no,
spooky.
I wouldn't.
Would you move out?
If somebody, I'm thinking of it because like this is an old house. If somebody came and dropped that off, I would leave. Yeah. I'd leave because I'm cruising for a haunting.
Are you cruising?
Oh, yeah.
Why do you think you're cruising for a haunting? What makes one cruise for a haunting?
I think that I'm haunting bait. I think that
you think you're haunting
Yeah. I think that demons, they know I'm weak. They know I'm weak.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think you are.
I'm vulnerable because they know I fear them.
Well, here's the issue. I think they prey on the people that are obviously like weaker, but also you're less inclined to believe those people. Whereas I think if you told me you saw a ghost, I would 100% believe
you. would.
Yeah.
That's
so,
really
but if I
nice.
was a demon, I'd be like, I'm going to go after people that no one's going to believe because then I can go full demon on them and no one's telling. And even if they do tell, no one's doing anything.
So my demon trust is high from you. Like you would trust.
I would for sure trust you. And I'd be like, get out of there. And do we need to take you to a church and have you saved? And
I do believe you would care for me if
absolutely.
I was haunted.
No, you can't mess around with that stuff. It's scary.
I think that, I think I'd have to leave.
You'd have to leave.
Would you leave?
If you got that note?
Yeah, I'd leave.
Okay. And I got to ask Stephanie too here because her lips are pursed right now. I want to know what Stephanie's thinking.
She looks scared.
Okay, but my thought was, okay, wouldn't you want to sleep in that bedroom if you never did? One night to find out what the heck it was. Like I have this morbid curiosity where I'd be like, okay, let's see if this could just be a prank.
The audacity of a man, always. Like you're just like, I'll play with fire. No, would you?
I'm also a really good sleeper. So I might sleep through the demon anyway.
They can't haunt you if you're that asleep.
Steph?
If I'm not sleeping in that room, I don't think I'd go sleep there. No. But I feel like I wouldn't be able to use that room for anything.
No?
After.
Would you set up, because you guys are good AV people. would you set up an audio video sort of
absolutely.
recording system?
I feel like you're not going to catch it on that though.
No.
You don't?
No, but
mean,
I also wouldn't be scared because I feel like I've watched enough ghost stories to know what to do. You know?
Okay. All right.
Do you mind if I ask you something?
Yes.
Are you Catholic?
I am.
Okay, not figured, but like I
Figured you're Italian.
well, I just know a lot of my
Not
Italians.
a lot of Lutheran or Protestant Italians out there.
But
You know what I
usually
mean?
my Catholic friends are very scared of ghosts.
Yeah, I'm not that scared. I feel like I've had like experiences with like spirits before.
Oh.
So,
Have you?
Wow.
Do tell.
well, when I was in the 11th grade, I went to Italy for not a school trip, but like with people from school. And we toured some churches. And so we went into a few churches in this small town. And one of the churches, I was just standing there and I felt a breeze kind of go across my neck.
Yeah.
And I looked down because sometimes like your hair gets caught here. So I thought it was my hair. And my hair was like fully back. So like it wasn't that. And then all of a sudden, I just started uncontrollably crying, like bawling my eyes out.
Took over.
Like, yeah, I was just like, I like put my hand over my mouth and was like, oh my God, I'm going to like hyperventilate.
Was
cry
it
right
a
now.
sad feeling? Was it what kind of, describe the feeling?
I don't really know. It was just like,
That makes me want to cry.
it
That's
was
beautiful.
uncontrollably.
Yeah.
I was just like bawling. My friends were like, what just happened to you? And I'm like,
Whoa.
I need to go outside. I don't know what's happening. And I was kind of feeling like lightheaded going through these churches.
Had you had breakfast?
Adam,
Yes.
don't.
Yes. It was in the afternoon.
That makes me like want to cry. I think that's beautiful. It like
Yeah.
shows you're not alone.
Have you ever had anything?
I've had like I haven't had like a ghost be like you're gonna die.
Well, that's good.
But I've had like spiritual experiences where like I know that I'm not alone, or like visits from my dad.
Have
Yeah,
you?
yeah. That's like
Hold on, visits from your dad? How? Because by the way, people don't know, Jax's dad is dead.
yeah. He's been gone. He hasn't come home since 2018.
He didn't drive off. You saw it coming, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it was okay.
My father passed away in 2018, and they say there's like a thing about dimes, right? That like
Yes, I've heard this.
Yes.
So can you explain that?
a dime is. I mean, I should probably properly Google it, but
Other
like
than
it's
you.
dime bag. No,
No.
Not
Dime
that.
piece, baby. Dime piece.
it's a sign. Like when you see a dime or you find a random dime, it's a sign that it's like a cardinal. Like it's a sign from a loved one.
Or a feather.
Yeah, or a feather. And right after my dad passed, and I've been seeing them a ton since then, but right after my dad passed, I was at the Tim Hortons in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, right after his funeral, and I was in line, and I was so impatient because I was waiting for coffee or something, and I was so impatient. I was getting really flustered. And my dad was a very patient guy, and he was always like, "Slow down, sweetie, slow down." And I was like getting all flustered, and then it like makes me want to cry. I lifted up my foot, and because I had been standing there, and then I stepped forward. And then I lifted up my foot to step forward again, and there was a dime under it. There wasn't a dime there before. And it was like, slow down, sweetie.
Oh.
Yeah, and it was like, relax. And like since then, I've always like found them in like really times that I need to like physically or spiritually slow down. Yeah.
Wow.
I love that.
That's crazy.
So my dad is haunting me.
Now listen,
Yeah.
I was gonna make make a joke about you finding money in a place where money's exchanged regularly, but I think perhaps the tears in your eyes are maybe best time to back off.
Maybe you should come at me when I'm nice and vulnerable. Yeah, no, it's good. It's good.
That's when the demon comes for you. When you're nice and vulnerable.
I told you I'm vulnerable to be haunted.
Okay, you know what? To be honest with you, just complete the circle here. I have had one thing, and it's funny because I tell people this very openly. If the discussion ever comes up, and it's always around Halloween, right? Because everybody, nobody's like walking around going, "So have you seen a ghost lately?" Like, and it's funny because the reactions to it are puzzled.
Yeah.
And I don't know if anybody doubts me, but it's one of those things where I know what happens, so I'm not really like you can lie detector test me, and I know I'd pass.
Yeah.
So my mom and I lived in a condo while she had bought an old house. And was renovating it and building it into the house that she lives in today. And so we were living in a condo. I was like 18, 19 years old or something like that. I had just started at like radio college. I'd got my first job on the air. And so I was in and out of the house a lot, not around on weekends, that sort of thing, because I was working. And I remember one Sunday I came home from Barrie. It was cold and it was dark, and I had driven my little yellow Subaru into the garage.
I hated that banana
I
mobile.
love it. And I get up to my room. My mom's already asleep because she wakes up at 2, 3 a.m. for her morning show.
Yeah.
And I get into my bedroom, and there is a floating yellow white orb. It's like the size of a baseball, or maybe the size of a softball. Not big, and it didn't have like eyes or facial features or anything like that. It was just a ball of light. But what was weird about it was that it was clearly not a flashlight. It wasn't like a laser pointer. It was floating and there and suspended, and it almost rotated, I feel like, to look at me. And then I looked at it, and then what it did was it was in the corner of my room, and my whole room was like glass, right? Because it's a condo. And it swung around the room and then went through the glass and down towards the street, and it was gone. And I watched it. So you can't do that. Like you couldn't do it with a flashlight, especially because it was a well-lit area. It was downtown Toronto.
Yeah.
Like you can't even see the stars at night. It's pretty well lit. And it was gone. And I don't know what it was. And I really haven't done any research. Like
I have right now.
What does it tell you? What does it tell you?
Okay. So it was a yellow orb.
Yes.
And when it left, were you left feeling like happy or scared?
I was pretty calm.
You're pretty calm.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
should I not be?
No, Google tells me. It's often associated, like a yellow orb is often associated with intellect and wisdom, suggesting the orb's presence may be a message from a spirit or angel to seek enlightenment. Joy and optimism. Yellow orbs can also represent a happy, well-adjusted spirit or a message of hope and encouragement from someone in your life telling you that it's all going to be okay.
Oh, that's nice.
Wow.
That's really nice.
That's very nice.
However,
it is also telling me you need to read more books, though.
No.
Didn't it say seek enlightenment?
Seek enlightenment. Yeah. But
I did need to at that point.
If you felt scared,
okay,
it says that it's a warning. A warning. A bright yellow orb could be a spiritual caution sign telling you to be aware of something that you should be very wary of. Yeah, so it depends on how you feel after the spiritual contact.
Okay.
Google tells me.
That's interesting. Yeah. Well, you know what I'll tell you. I don't remember feeling scared or anything. I went to bed normally. It was never.
It's funny.
It was odd. My reaction was odd because I should have been probably more reactive to it, but I was just like, oh, that's kind of crazy. And then moved on with my life.
It's kind of nice to know that you're not alone. I do want to know though, are you sure that it wasn't like a reflection of your stupid yellow car?
It could have been.
Yeah.
But you know what? I felt like the car was in the underground parking at that point, so it can't be quite that, right?
She's coming up, summoning the yellow Subaru.